Good morning, students. Welcome to Sri GM Donda Primary School. I hope all you are safe at your homes and using all the precautions to stay away from COVID-19, that are wearing mask regularly, maintaining social distancing, washing hands regularly, and using sanitizers while you are out. So, let us study about the poem The Quarrel. It is from Standard 6th. The poem is basically all about the fights and love between brothers and sisters. Okay, right? I hope all you, those who are having brothers and sisters, they fight without any reasons from one to another and just get patched up again after a while of time. So let us study in depth about this poem. The Quarrel. The Quarrel is basically it's written by Elro Farjan. I hope all you are able to see. I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. So in the poem, the starting is from a sister who has started fighting with his brother, but she doesn't know any reason why the girl is fighting with his brother. So many times it happens with you also that you don't know the reason. Just with a small thing or the other, you start fighting with your brother. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. So the poet is trying to tell in this thing that a small thing, the fight was started from a small thing, and suddenly it got to another, and then after another mistakes. So that made a big problem out of a small problem. So somehow they felt, and somehow we felt out. Felt out means they started fighting over the problem. The start of it was slight. The end of it was strong. Okay, so start was slight. That means it was a small fight and it was a light thing that doesn't have a big sense that from which problem could be created. But before passage we saw that one thing led to the another, so that a small problem from which they've started fighting, it was slight, a small problem, but the one after the another they started fighting, and at last the problem became strong and fight became strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. The sister is telling here that my brother was wrong, but sometimes there is some ego attitude, and due to which a person, it's a normal behavior, a person does not admit his mistakes, his or her own mistakes. Hope you know all about that. Attitude and ego, that's the main thing where you find if you are wrong, you will tell that you are right. So same things happens over here. The brother knows that he was wrong, but due to his ego and attitude, he tells to his sister that he was right, but sister knew that the brother was wrong. So let's move ahead. We hated one another, the afternoon turned black. Hope you know the word hated. The word hated means it's nafrat, right? उन लोग को एक दूसरे से नफरत होने लगी. They started hating each other without any reason. After a fight with your brothers and sisters, you just hate them. Just don't talk to them. You just go somewhere in a corner and sit down, getting your face lowered. So basically these things happening over here. And the afternoon turned black means they started the fight in afternoon, and now it's black means it's a night over here. Then suddenly my brother thumbed me up on the back. Now, after a few hours, you and your brothers or sisters, you just come in a mind and like that this is not going to happen and this is not going to work. So you just go to them and thumb me on the back. Thumb me on the means a bit like slapping over the on the back. Hope you know that slapping over the back a bit with force. That then suddenly my brother thumbed me on the back. Thumb me on the back. It's like a small touch over the back, like your mother does with a love, and said, "Oh, come along. We can't go on all night." So here the brother finally admits that now this is not going to work for a long time, because the fight everywhere, not in this poem but everywhere, the fight doesn't go for a long time, because everyone just realized after the fighting that the fight was on the wrong sense. The main thing here is about, "Oh, come along, we can't go on all night." The brother is telling ऐसा तो अभी पूरी रात चलेगा नहीं. So let's patch up back. So he admitted his mistake. I was in the wrong and he was in the right. The "I was in the wrong" is told about by his brother, that he was on the wrong side. So the sister now tells about, so he was in the right. So now sisters tell that now you are right, that you are admitting your mistakes in front of me. So poem is all about this, that a fight doesn't go for a long time. The main thing is that you love, care and bothered about your near ones, your loved sisters, brothers. So don't fight with a small thing that leads to a big one. Sometimes a small mistake, if you don't forego it comes to become a big mistake, because one after the other small things gathered and it make a big problem. So don't ever fight with your brothers and sisters on a silly thing. Just forgive them and stay within love, stay happy. Okay, so now go through the PDF that have been sent to you. Write down that in your fair books. Okay, and if any doubt, we'll be resolving. Okay, so students, thank you, have a nice day, stay safe, stay at your home.